Hi everyone, welcome back from Christmas break. I hope you had time to relax, enjoy some things, but now we're back. Well, you are, I'm not, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I'm in California and at Disneyland and the Rose Bowl, but I hope you are back and ready to learn. We are going to start our Anne Frank unit. If you do not know who Anne Frank is, we are going to start learning about her, so get ready. If you do know who she is, fantastic. We're going to dive in a little deeper into her story. Some quick background: she was a teenager during World War II and the Holocaust. She was Jewish, so her family went into hiding, so they were not sent to concentration camps. And while she was in hiding, she wrote a diary. And so the diary was turned into a play, and that is what we're going to read. And these are our vocab words. So hopefully you have the paper in front of you and your pencil. And as I'm going, you can write down the definitions, and then you can go back and do a sentence and pictures. The good news about this, if I'm going too fast and you didn't get to finish writing, you can pause me instead of yelling at me to go back a slide because you were not done writing. So our first word is carry on. It is a noun, and it simply is a set of bells hung in a bell tower. So you would hear the carry-on ring. In our play, Anne has a carry-on that is close to where they are hiding, so she hears the carry-on a lot. It is not pronounced carillon, it is carry-on, and it is a set of bells hung in a bell tower. It is a noun. You can see that there was a carry-on at the church that you heard ringing. Our next word is conspicuous. It is an adjective. It means easily seen or noticed. So something that is conspicuous stands out. The house with all the Christmas lights was conspicuous on the dark street. The girl with purple hair was conspicuous and was easily seen in the crowd. So conspicuous, you can easily see it. Next is emigrate. It's a verb. It means to leave one's country of residence for a new one. So it's pretty close to immigrate, but emigrate here starts with an E. Anne Frank's family emigrated from Germany to the Netherlands. We see a lot of people emigrate from countries into the United States. So it's a verb. You have to use it as a verb. It means it has to show action. But it's just when you leave your country to go live in a new one. Forlorn. It's an adjective. Very sad and abandoned or lonely. My dog is going to be forlorn when I leave for California because I haven't done that yet, and she will make me feel guilty. So if you are forlorn, you're very sad. It's like on those commercials that they have for like the ASPCA with the animals. Make sure they all look forlorn so that you'll send them money to make them find a home and be happy, and they make me cry. So that is forlorn. It's an adjective, has to describe a noun. Infuriating. This is an adjective. Very annoying, making one extremely angry. I'm not going to name names, but sometimes there are students that are infuriating. So it's an adjective. It is not a verb. I know it ends in ing, but it is not. So hopefully there aren't many things that are infuriating to you. If you look, it has the word, it almost sounds like fury, which means anger. So infuriating. It's just very annoying. Some things are infuriating and they drive me crazy. Again, not naming names. Loathe. It's a verb that means hate. So you can sound really smart. Instead of saying I hate you, you can say I loathe you. I personally, I loathe seafood. I won't eat it. I think it's gross. But there are things that you hate. I do not loathe Disney. I love it. So hate, that's your verb. Has to be used as an action word. Liberate. It's a verb, means set someone free. Actually here, libere is the Latin word for free. So this is where this word comes from. You have your root word here of libere, means free. So the prisoners were liberated from their cells after they were found not guilty. The dog was liberated from his chain and got to go live with a nice new family. So liberate, you set someone free. And, or even like if you hopefully notice the word is kind of like liberty, which is one of our, keywords as Americans: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There's some freedom in there. So liberty, or liberate, verb, set someone free. Mercurial. This is an adjective. This is probably one of our most difficult words just because it's kind of hard to remember. It's subject to sudden or unpredictable changes in mood or mind. This basically means that your emotions change really quickly. Teenage girls are often known to be mercurial because they are sometimes upset and then they're happy and then they're really sad again. Anne Frank, she describes herself as mercurial, or she is described as mercurial. She doesn't describe herself that way, but in the play they say, she's mercurial. She changes her mood a lot, or she changes what she thinks a lot. And so that's what it means to be mercurial. It's an adjective. So it's used to describe a noun. You could say, let's see, my dog can be mercurial. She can be really cranky when she has a bone, and then she can be really happy when you get food. So change your mood. It's definitely unpredictable. So mercurial actually comes from Mercury, the word, who was the god. I don't actually know what he was the god of. I should know this, but I don't. Quarrel. It's a verb. It can mean to argue, or it can be a noun, an angry argument. So you could say, we quarreled over who was the better team, Pitt or Penn State. FYI, it's Penn State because they're at the Rose Bowl. Or noun, you can have an angry argument. They had a quarrel about who was better, Pitt or Penn State. So be careful on how you use it. You can use it as an action verb or as a noun. The quarrel was so bad that the teacher had to get involved and tell them to stop. Or they were quarreling. Again, you can add ed or ing to those as well. But it's just another word for an argument or a fight. And we're going to see there are a lot of quarrels in our play. Ration. This is not ration, as everybody likes to say. It is ration. It is a noun, and it's a fixed amount of something allowed during a time of shortage, like wartime. Every year someone asks me, so it's kind of like food stamps? A little bit, but it's basically saying you get so much of something when there's a shortage. So, for example, in World War II, they had a shortage of sugar. So you would get a ration for the amount of sugar. So each person, say, like if I had like little cards, and let's say I had 50 servings of sugar. Since we have a class, since there would be 25 of us in there, each of us would get 2 rations of sugar. So it's a fixed amount of something so that everybody can at least get a little bit. So even if, let's say, we're in our classroom and Leah has enough money to buy all 50 sugar rations. Well, I'm not going to let her do that because she only is allowed to buy 2. Even if she has money to buy 50 or 100, she can only get so much because there isn't a lot. So ration, you could say they each got a ration for a certain amount of potatoes during war because there were not a lot. So again, please don't say ration. I get that every year, multiple times. But it is a ration, and it is just that you get a certain amount of something. And yes, they had little ration books. We're actually going to talk about this more because they were important, especially to Anne and her family because, since they were in hiding, they weren't supposed to exist or have ration cards, but they needed to get them somewhere. So a ration, a fixed amount of something allowed during a shortage. And remorse, regret or guilt for doing something. That's a noun. So hopefully when you do something wrong, you show remorse and apologize. It's a noun. You can't say it's not an adjective, but you can say, basically you have remorse. It's not something that you are, but you have it. So she had remorse when she broke her mom's vase and she apologized. And then unabashed, it's an adjective, means not embarrassed or ashamed. So if you look, bashful means shy. So if you are unabashed, meaning you're not shy, you're not embarrassed or ashamed. Anne was unabashed about a lot of things and just did not get easily embarrassed. So maybe there's something that you would be unabashed about. Even though her singing was bad, she was unabashed and she sang anyway. So not embarrassed about who you are, what you do. You're pretty proud of yourself, and that was Anne. And that was all of our words. If you have any questions, you can work together if you need to. Hopefully that helps you. You can go back through and listen again if you need to. And draw me some good pictures. Thank you.